Everybody talks about change. Here's what we like to say about change. If you don't like change, you're going to hate extinction. I want you to come to a big hotel like this and look at that board and see who else is having a meeting, and then I want you to walk in and crash it. You'll say, well, I can't do that. I don't have a badge. You know, I can't do that. You don't need a badge. There are no badge police out looking for you. Look how many people in here. You just walk in with everybody else. You take a notepad and your pen and you start taking notes about things that are happening in our culture. Here's a good example. This is the CVS pharmacy, and they have 6,000 locations. And so I'm in Toronto, and they're celebrating their 50th anniversary. And they're trying very hard to improve their customer relations, their customer experience, the CX everybody talks about. Okay, so the chief operating officer stands at the podium and he says this: hey, thanks a lot, everybody. You're doing a great job out there. You know, we have made some changes in the way we're going to treat our customers, and so you're going to find that, and you'll get a notice, that from now on, we're no longer going to be putting the back pain medications on the low shelves. Are you kidding me? For 50 years, you're making these people go in there. No, I can get it. I got that. I got it. I got it. What's the lesson there? The lesson is, when we do things, we do them over and over and over without regard for a member, without regard for the client or the customer, because it's easier for us. We need to think about what their experience is every single step of the way. We have to look at change as a happy thing. Now, that's why consumerism is so important even in the B2B business, because our consumers, and you are consumers too, are taking your cues from companies like Amazon, Google, Apple, iTunes. Everybody uses Amazon as an example because Amazon is really on the bleeding edge of just about everything. I'm going to show you, if you've not seen Amazon Go, would you go here? Would you use this?
Use the Amazon Go app to enter. Anything you pick up is automatically added to your virtual cart. We call it Just Walk Out technology.
Yeah, no, seriously. Would anybody use this? Who would use it? Oh, sure you would. How easy is that? What I love about Amazon here in this case, it's the first organization I've ever seen that encourages shoplifting. Isn't that great? Hey, you want to take that sandwich under your coat? Good. You know, we had bigger coats on aisle 4. Get a nice big coat. Take the whole dinner home with you. This is where this customer experience has shifted dramatically just in the last 2 years. We've always been taught to wow our customers, haven't we? I've been making HR training films since 1999, and that's what we said. We've got to make an impression on people. We have to wow them. They have to have such an emotional reaction they'll tell their friends. You know what happens in 2018? Wowing people does not cause loyalty. It is the elimination of the pow moments. The gut punches we deliver to the customer when we disappoint them. We don't live up to our brand promise. We don't do what we said we'd do. I went back to my hometown, and there's a Toyota dealership there. They've installed this cookie machine. It's an Otis Spunkmeyer, makes fresh cookies. They thought, well, the smell of a cookie would draw people into the department. Okay, isn't that a wow moment? That wow moment is not going to overcome a potential pow. For example, you're standing at the service desk and you're explaining something to a client. You know, we went through your Land Cruiser, and it's going to need a new transmission. That's $3,600, and installation. That's another $795. You want a cookie? I grew up with nothing. I'm Blackfoot Indian. Grew up on 2 reservations. At 13 years old, I started flipping cars, boats, and motorcycles. At 17, I started flipping houses. And I had enough money at that point that I went to college, and luckily I had a football scholarship to a university. I played football through college and got my business degree. As soon as I got out, I did not go to work for anybody. Instead, I went down to the bankruptcy courts, and I started looking for broken businesses that I could buy. I ended up with a couple dozen, and all I was doing was leveraging into what the herd was telling me. You know, that's kind of the first rule of a young Indian boy. Do you want to be successful in the hunt? Well, you got to follow the herd. And when you follow the herd, you find the herd. Telling you what, we lost $5 million a year in pet deposits because our tenants are lying to us about having a small dog or a cat. Hey, how can we get this money back? Anybody? 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 So got a microphone. Nobody's going to stand up. This guy's a very gruff, stern guy. They don't want to. So finally he says, all right, who's always gotten their pet deposits? Raise your hand. Okay, have you ever raised your hand when you wish you hadn't? You know, your instinct, you hear something, oh yeah, well that happened in the back. Hey, get a microphone to that guy. You always get your pet deposits? Yes, sir, I do. Where are you from? I'm from San Antonio, Texas. I manage 67 units out there. And you're getting your pet, tell us, how do we get our pet deposits? You know, sir, I made an investment and I bought myself a dog whistle. I just walk up and down the halls blowing my whistle. I find them dogs. Oh, man. You know what this is? This is a perfect example of underthinking a solution, isn't it? Sometimes we overthink what the solution is, and we don't need to. We need to get as close to the member, close to the customer as we can, and we can just see it. It's obvious. For the cost of a dog whistle, for $3.74, or if you want a used one, it's $4.99. Do you see that? It's got an offer on it. You know, might just be me, but I don't want to know anybody who wants a used dog whistle.